In a world overflowing with noise, distractions, and endless opinions, the greatest strength you can develop is the power of silence. 2025 isn't about shouting your dreams from the rooftops. It's about quiet focus, unwavering discipline, and mastering yourself behind the scenes. When you learn to turn inward, block out the chaos, and concentrate solely on your growth, you become unstoppable. Today, I invite you to embrace stillness, sharpen your vision, and let your results speak louder than words ever could. Many people misunderstand silence. They see it as a void, a lack of action or presence, something empty and unproductive. But silence, when embraced correctly, is far from emptiness. It is the quiet storm of power building inside you. In fact, silence is the fertile ground where strength, clarity, and resilience grow. When you learn to be silent, you step away from the constant chatter around you, the noise of opinions, distractions, and negativity that pull you in every direction. This silence is not about isolation, but about intentional withdrawal. It's about creating space inside your mind and heart for focus to take root. Instead of reacting to every stimulus, silence allows you to respond thoughtfully. Think about a volcano. Before it erupts, it is silent. Yet beneath that silence is immense energy waiting to be unleashed. Similarly, your moments of quiet are where your power accumulates. The world around you may be loud, but inside, your mind sharpens and your purpose becomes clear. In 2025, this principle is more relevant than ever. Our modern lives are filled with endless notifications, social media noise, and constant demands on our attention. It's easy to lose ourselves in this chaos, but when you choose silence, when you intentionally disconnect and tune in to your inner voice, you begin to tap into a deeper source of strength. You recharge your energy, sharpen your focus, and build resilience to face challenges head-on. Silence is also a form of self-respect. When you stop filling every moment with noise, you honor your need for peace and clarity. This is how true power is born, not from being the loudest or most visible, but from being the most grounded and purposeful. Remember, silence is never wasted. It is the calm before your greatest breakthroughs. So in 2025, make silence your ally. Let it be the secret space where your dreams gather strength before they burst forth into the world. In today's world, many people believe that success is about loud declarations, posting achievements on social media, seeking constant validation, or trying to prove themselves to others. But the most powerful form of success comes from quiet, relentless focus on your own growth. When you shift your attention inward and concentrate on improving yourself every single day, you begin a transformation that is deep and lasting. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, steady process that requires patience, consistency, and humility. And often, this process happens best in silence. Think of the bamboo tree. For years, it appears to do nothing. It grows quietly underground, building a root system strong enough to support its future. Then suddenly, in a matter of weeks, it shoots up and towers over the forest. That unseen, quiet growth is what makes the sudden success possible. Your personal growth is like that bamboo. The quiet days when you study, practice, and improve your skills may seem insignificant, but they are building a foundation. When you focus quietly on yourself, on your habits, mindset, and actions, your progress becomes unstoppable. By choosing silence, you avoid the distractions of comparison and competition. You stop worrying about who is ahead or behind. You stop wasting energy on what others think. Instead, you put all your energy into becoming the best version of yourself. In 2025, this approach will separate the winners from the noisemakers. Those who shout the loudest often lack the substance to back it up. But those who work diligently and silently, day in and day out, create results that speak for themselves. Let your actions, your achievements, and your growth be the loudest voice in your life. When you finally reveal your success, it will be undeniable because it is built on a solid foundation of silent, focused effort. In today's hyper-connected, fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the illusion that success needs to be broadcasted loudly and frequently. Social media feeds are flooded with people sharing their achievements, announcing their progress, and seeking validation through likes and comments. While celebrating wins is important, what's far more crucial is the silent, unseen work behind those wins, the day-to-day dedication, the persistent focus on personal growth, and the commitment to becoming better quietly. Quiet growth is like the roots of a mighty tree extending deep underground. These roots are invisible to most, yet they provide strength, stability, and nourishment to the visible parts above. Similarly, when you focus quietly on your growth, you are strengthening your foundation, emotionally, mentally, and skill-wise, which allows you to rise steadily and powerfully. Growth requires discipline and patience. It requires waking up each day and doing the small things that nobody sees, reading, practicing, reflecting, and learning from mistakes. It means resisting the temptation to show off every step and instead putting your energy into progress. This quiet focus cultivates resilience, sharpens your skills, and molds your character. When you avoid the distraction of external validation and comparison, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, your own journey. Instead of measuring your progress by others' standards, you create your own benchmarks and celebrate your unique path. This internal focus reduces anxiety and increases motivation because your drive comes from within, not from external approval. In 2025, this silent dedication will be the true marker of success. The world will reward those who consistently improve behind the scenes, not those who simply talk loudly about their intentions. Your quiet work will eventually manifest as undeniable success, one that commands respect without needing to shout for attention. Remember, the loudest voices often fade quickly, but the silent achievers build legacies that last. So, commit to your growth quietly, and let your success make all the noise when the time is right. We live in an age where distractions are everywhere. Notifications buzz, messages flood in, social media competes for your attention, and the constant pressure to multitask leaves your mind scattered. This cacophony can easily drown your clarity and cloud your goals. In such a noisy environment, silence becomes not just a refuge, but a powerful tool to sharpen your vision. Silence forces you to slow down and tune out the noise. It creates mental space where thoughts can settle and true priorities emerge. When you step back from the chaos and embrace quiet moments, you gain clarity about who you are, what you want, and where you are heading. Think of silence as a lens that focuses scattered light into a sharp beam. Without that lens, the light disperses aimlessly, unable to illuminate a clear path. Similarly, without silence, your thoughts and energy disperse across too many directions, leaving you overwhelmed and unfocused. Silence also reconnects you to your intuition, that inner compass guiding you toward your purpose. When you're constantly distracted, it's easy to lose touch with this guidance. But in stillness, your intuition speaks louder, helping you make better decisions aligned with your true self. Moreover, silence enhances creativity and problem-solving. When you allow your mind to rest in quiet, new ideas can emerge naturally. Many of history's greatest thinkers and innovators credited moments of solitude and silence for their breakthroughs. In 2025, cultivating silence amid distractions will be more essential than ever. The ability to focus deeply, filter out noise, and maintain clarity will distinguish successful individuals. It will enable you to stay committed to your goals and avoid getting sidetracked by trivial matters or fleeting trends. In a world filled with constant noise, whether from social media, opinions, or everyday chaos, it becomes incredibly difficult to hear the quiet whispers of your own soul. Yet, it is precisely in silence that your true purpose reveals itself. The quieter you become, the better you can listen, not to the distractions around you, but to the authentic voice within. Many people spend their lives chasing external validation, approval, and the loudest signals of success. But real fulfillment comes from understanding who you are at your core and what you are meant to contribute to the world. This understanding is never shouted. It is softly uncovered in moments of stillness and reflection. When you slow down and embrace silence, your mind stops racing with endless thoughts and worries. You start to peel away the layers of conditioning and societal expectations that have clouded your vision. What remains is the pure essence of your purpose, a calling that is uniquely yours. Listening to your true purpose requires patience and courage. It means trusting your intuition even when the path isn't clear or popular. It means being willing to stand alone in your silence, away from the noise of conformity, to follow what resonates deeply within you. In 2025, this inner listening will be a superpower. As the external world grows louder, those who cultivate inner quietness will gain clarity and direction that others lack. They will move with intention and confidence, guided by a purpose that cannot be shaken by distractions or doubts. To practice this, carve out daily time for silence, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in stillness. In these moments, ask yourself meaningful questions. What drives me? What impact do I want to leave? What does my heart truly desire? Listen without judgment and allow the answers to arise naturally. Remember, your purpose is always speaking to you. The quieter you become, the easier it is to hear its call and live a life aligned with your deepest truth. One of the greatest traps in life is the urge to seek approval and get distracted by the opinions of others. People will always have something to say, sometimes encouraging, often critical, and frequently irrelevant to your personal journey. Allowing these opinions to consume your energy is like trying to run a race while carrying heavy baggage. In 2025, this distraction will only intensify as voices multiply on social media, news outlets, and everyday conversations. If you let others' judgments dictate your actions, you will constantly feel pulled off course, exhausted, and insecure. The key to true focus and progress is to recognize that your time and energy are precious resources. You have only so much of both each day, and where you invest them determines your success and well-being. Instead of reacting to every critique or trying to please everyone, redirect that energy inward, toward your goals, your skills, and your growth. When you stop worrying about what others think, you free yourself to take bold steps and make decisions aligned with your vision. You build resilience to criticism because your self-worth comes from your own efforts and values, not external validation. This mindset shift also helps you maintain peace of mind. Constantly checking and adjusting to others' opinions breeds anxiety and self-doubt. But when your focus is on your goals, your progress becomes a source of confidence, motivation, and joy. Consider the stories of successful people who ignored naysayers and persevered silently toward their dreams. Their secret was not just talent, but the ability to channel energy away from distractions and into meaningful work. To cultivate this in yourself, practice awareness whenever you notice yourself worrying about what does he, hers think. Ask, is this opinion helpful or harmful? Does it align with my values and goals? If not, consciously let it go and refocus on what matters. In today's hyper-connected world, noise comes at us from every direction. Constant notifications, endless news cycles, social media updates, and the opinions of others. But the most insidious noise is not only external, it also comes from within. Our racing thoughts, worries, self-doubt, and inner critics. To truly focus on yourself and thrive in 2025, protecting your peace by reducing both kinds of noise is essential. External noise is distracting and exhausting. It pulls your attention away from your goals and drains your mental energy. Constant bombardment of information can lead to overwhelm and burnout. More dangerously, it can distort your perspective, filling your mind with fear, comparison, and negativity. But internal noise, negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, and anxiety can be even more destructive. It sabotages your confidence, sows doubt, and clouds your judgment. If left unchecked, it can convince you that you are not capable, not enough, or undeserving of success. The first step in protecting your peace is to recognize these noises and their impact. Start observing when your mind feels scattered, when distractions pull you away from focus, or when your inner voice turns critical. Awareness is key to change. Next, create intentional space for quiet. This might mean setting boundaries on technology use, turning off unnecessary notifications, limiting social media time, or scheduling no-screen periods daily. It might also mean establishing calming routines such as meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walks. These habits help reduce the external noise and train your mind to find stillness. Equally important is managing internal noise. Practice self-compassion and challenge limiting beliefs. When negative thoughts arise, question their truth and replace them with empowering affirmations. Journaling can be a powerful tool here, helping you identify patterns, earn and shift your mindset. In 2025, the ability to protect your peace will be a defining skill. Those who maintain calmness amid chaos will make clearer decisions, have more energy, and enjoy deeper satisfaction in their work and life. Remember, peace is not a luxury. It's the foundation for your focus, creativity, and success. Guard it fiercely. There is a powerful paradox in success. Often, the most impactful breakthroughs come from the quietest preparation. When you focus silently, you are laying the groundwork for moments of bold, loud achievement. The silence is not weakness or inactivity. It is the calm before the storm of your greatest impact. Think of athletes who train for years in solitude before stepping onto the world stage. Their intense, silent preparation allows them to perform boldly and confidently when it counts. Similarly, inventors, artists, and leaders often spend long periods behind the scenes refining their craft before unveiling something revolutionary. In 2025, the world will reward those who are willing to do the hard work quietly, away from the spotlight. While others chase immediate recognition and validation, you will be building a strong foundation of skills, mindset, and experience. This quiet focus enables you to break barriers with confidence. When the time comes to speak, act, or lead, your voice will carry weight because it is backed by substance, discipline, and clarity. Moreover, boldness doesn't mean recklessness. It means stepping forward with certainty, knowing you are prepared. This certainty is born from the silent hours spent learning, failing, improving, and growing. Many fear silence because it feels like inactivity or invisibility. But remember, silence is strategic. It is the place where you build resilience and readiness.